What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli. Hope you all are having a great day today. So today we're back with another update of my current household. Yes, if you guys don't know what a current household is, it's a game. Current household is pretty much a household that I play offline. I play with my spare time when I have some spare time. And yeah, a lot has happened from the last update, and I'm pretty sure I should have updated you guys on this earlier, but you know, I didn't want to update you guys every single week on this household, even though I could possibly do that because a lot has happened. I'm pretty sure in the last part you guys saw me play, I think, yeah, the last one was in the apartment, and everyone, like, before even this child was even born, I think this is the last update, she was just conceived. She was pregnant with what's it called again, Vivian was pregnant with the beautiful jeez, I remember her name. God, what's her name again? Natalie. Oh god, so much names. Natalie. Up here, that's when you guys saw it. Now Natalie's a child, so a lot has happened. You can tell a lot has, and so let's get straight into it. So this current household is the Phillips household slash legacy. It didn't start off as a legacy. I just played it so much that it became a legacy. To start off, we did have a death in the family, sadly. Let me just zoom out there. Go rest in her grave. Hold on, let me go find her grave real quick. Her grave's like in the back, in the back corner over here. So we did have a death. Sadly. It got very sticky. For anyone who doesn't like depressing stuff, this, like, a good 5 minutes of this backstory is gonna be very depressing. So I recommend you to tune out right now and come back in 5 minutes. So warned. So it gets dramatic too. So we had a death in the family, sadly. Vivian did pass away. It kills me, but she did pass away, sadly, and it was a murder case, actually, how she passed away too. If you guys don't know this, but Vivian, here we go. Let's start from the beginning. So I'm gonna just use all the characters first, and then I'll get into what happened because a lot has happened. So first we're gonna start off with Duncan Landers. He is the main, like, father of the household. He's been taking care of all three of these kids since Natalie was a baby, and since since Dawn and Jimin were toddlers. He's been taking care of all three of them since then, by himself in this house. They moved in here, and then, you know, sadly, I'll talk about it in a little bit, but yeah, he's been taking care of them, pretty much paying the bills, making sure they have food to feed. He's actually doing well in his career. I think this is the final stage of the super parent career. Like, he's becoming an excellent parent. Like, he's doing a great job. And for example, he is RN right now in the doctor's career. He actually doesn't have work today. Today's his day off. I'm not playing it right now because even though I could play it, there's some stuff I have to do today, and I want to, like, do it, and I don't want to do it on screen because that could be in the next update later. But I'll get into more of his stuff. So yeah, he's in the RN career right now. He just needs to do a few stuff to get his get a promotion. So he should be getting one by Wednesday, hopefully. And then his skill wise, these are all his skills. I'm not gonna go through them because there's way too many for me. And then Smology, he is active, self-assured, good, always welcome, you know, that type of stuff. And then he's very stinky right now, but he just woke up pretty much. You know, he woke up a while ago. Oh yeah, he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning because these kids had, like, a little panic attack, and they haven't been back to sleep since, and they're all so flippin' tired. They have school. Oh god, they're gonna pass out, but they need to go to school today. So yeah, oh, I feel terrible now. But yeah, they woke up at 3 o'clock in the night, and they all had, like, the monster scares. So that's why they haven't been back to sleep since. So maybe that's why he didn't have his, like, full rest yet. But he's here to shower, and then I think that's it. Right now, okay, I'll talk about his relationships a little bit later when we get into the story. But that's pretty much Duncan. Like I said, I'll get more into their backstories in a little bit. So anyway, now we have Jimin. This is Jimin Phillips. He is Vivian and I forget his father's name, his sons. Oh look, we have Dominic and Diego, my bad. Diego and Brooklyn. No, this is Diego. That's Brooklyn, and that is Vivian, and that's Brooklyn. No, Vivian and Diego. Jesus. I can't get their names right. So this is Jimin. Oh, that counter is Dutty. And so He is a level A in school. He should be getting to school right now, actually. He didn't do his homework. Oh, well, that's fine. He's doing pretty well, so he doesn't have to worry about that at the moment. This is his skills, and then he's actually very conflict resolution. Like, he's really good at that. I don't know how that happened. And then he's also extremely responsible. Good for him. And then a little bit apathetic. He's learning his manners, but his emotional control needs some work. We'll fix that when he becomes a teenager. But for right now, he's doing really good, actually. I normally never even pay attention to this, but one day I came onto here and it was like this. I'm like, whoa, what happened? But yeah, very good. So moving on. And so this is his needs, and that's pretty much it for him. And then I guess it would be easier if we went to the family tree, but this is Dawn over here. She is the second child. Well, they don't have the same parents. His mother, he's Vivian, and the other, I forget his dad, we'll talk about it in a little bit. And then he is Duncan, and Yuki. What's her name? I don't remember her name is Kid. Her mom passed away. I'll talk about that in a second too. I'm pretty sure I talked about that in the last episode. I didn't know. If I didn't, I'll talk about it again in a little bit. And then that's her. She's again tired and hungry. I should probably have him pack some lunches for them before they go to school, but it's too late now. They can come home and eat. I feel like such a bad parent. She's a level A in school, homework completed, and then this is her skills. Yeah, that's pretty much Dawn right there. And then the last but not least, Natalie, who is Vivian and Duncan's child. This is the one she had before she passed away. She just aged up a few. Oh, I've actually heard, like, they'll be aging up in, like, he'll be aging up in 25 days. He'll be aging up in 28 days, and she'll be aging up in 31 days, and she'll be aging up in 44 days. I play my game on long. Always play it on long just because of better storyline. And then, oh yeah, she's doing, oh, how's hers, by the way? Again, she's responsible. All these kids are so responsible. I'm so crazy. I'm like, what? But yeah, responsible, and her emotional control is good because she has a diary. That's why her emotional control is so good. And then, again, I don't understand how she has such a high responsibility, and she was just like, maybe because she was a toddler, I don't even know, but yeah, she's doing good on manners and good on responsibility. Everything else is doing pretty bad, but we can fix that later. She is a level A in school. She went to the A. That's awesome. She just became an A, and she is her skills, and that's pretty much it. And you already know how long until she becomes a teen. So anyways, now moving on from that, let's get into the storyline and how everything happened. So pretty much, if you guys watched the last part, y'all know that Vivian broke up with her ex-boyfriend. I forget what his name is. I'll go to the family traits. These are explain it here. So Vivian over here. Oh look, Diego passed away. Okay, I knew he passed away, but still right there. So in the last part, Diego broke up. Not Diego. Vivian broke up with her boyfriend, Landon, and so. How it happened is once she broke up with Landon, she needed, like, she was a little bit lonely. So then she started seeing this dude, Duncan, who was the person from across the street. They hated each other. They absolutely despised each other. But there was always like this sexual chemistry between them. So of course they like tested out the waters, and it worked for them. And so there was always this sexual chemistry between them, and so they started sleeping around with each other. And then she winded up getting pregnant with Natalie while they were doing that. And so since he couldn't really afford to move out because his wife actually passed away, he was married to Sheila, but she died in she died conceiving Dawn. So since they couldn't really he couldn't really, I don't say afford, but yeah, afford living in their apartment, he asked yo, even though we don't get along, even though we're just F buddies, can I move in with you so that can I move in, I'll pay half the rent, you pay half, it's cheaper. And so he said, yeah, sure, why not, come move in with us. And so they moved in, and everything was good. But then of course, since she got pregnant, they need more room, so they had to move out the house. And so when they got here, they found this house. It was nice. They moved in here. Everything was perfect for the first few days. And then an accident happened. Well, quote unquote, an accident. Everyone knows it's not an accident now, but when it did happen, it was an accident. On our way home from work, sadly, Vivian was taken, and they couldn't actually find her the first day. She was home late from work, and of course Landon was like, whoa, where is Duncan, my bad, Duncan was like, whoa, where is Vivian? So he called Vivian's phone. He just couldn't. It's funny because I said in the first thing that first we're gonna talk, fun fact about what I just said. I remember in the first part I'm like, yo guys, serious discussions advised, it's gonna get depressing. By the time they come back, it's about 5 minutes right now. They're getting to the depressing part. So if you're watching here, if you don't want to watch the depressing part, it's supposed to start right now. So I say, move back. Go back to those 5 minutes and watch those. And then come back here and then skip the 5 minutes. It's not even that depressing, but you know, some people don't like death. So I'm just saying do your discussion divides, even though I kind of messed up on the first time. But let's continue. So anyways, so they couldn't, Duncan could not like get a hold of her, and he was getting worried until he called the cops, and the cops were like, listen, it's only been like a few hours. It's like, no, my wife comes over this time, like my girlfriend, not even girlfriend yet, he didn't even ask her to be his girlfriend yet, like they were like, he was on the verge to, but he didn't get the chance. And so the cops didn't believe her, and so the day passed by, and then a day passed by, and she didn't come home yet. And then he got extremely worried until he called the cop. He told the cops, like, he told me to wait, and she hasn't come home yet. And so they decided to do a search, and decided to go out and find her. They posted posters, they pushed her face on the news. No call-in until the next day, where someone called and said they found her body at their old apartment. Yes, murdered. She was in her old apartment, and she was just there dead. She was strangled to death, actually. And so when they found her body, they actually found some traces of her ex-boyfriend Landon there. And when they went to go find Landon, his house caught on fire. He was not home, my bad. He went to like this place in the backyard, and he caught on fire, and he died too. So he kind of committed suicide to it. So sadly, she passed away. That's why it says laughter. So like, people don't really know how she died. Like, she was there. People say that he choked her. People say she suffocated. They don't really know. They haven't really found out a cause of death yet. So they put it down as that she suffocated to that. So that's the closest thing I could find was laughter to that. And so sadly, she passed away. And so when she did pass away, Landon didn't know what to do. Like, he was broken. But then there was Jimin. Jimin was only a toddler, and to know that his father like killed his mother, it was he didn't know what to do. Like, the best option that he could think of at the time was to send Jimin to live with his aunt. But then he realized that, you know what? This is like, Jimin is like his family. Even though they haven't spent a long time together, Jimin is like his family. Like, his sisters are here, and he couldn't split them up. So he decided to take full custody over Jimin as a kid. And even though he did that, Jimin was always a troubled kid. Not say troubled kid, but he always had an attitude behind him. Maybe that's why he has such low emotional control. He's always, I don't know if he's always known that something wasn't right. Maybe he'd know that this, like, him and his mother have been him and his mom, him and Vivian have been attached by the hip. Like, when Jimin was born, his mother took care of him. His mother was there when his father moved out. His mother was there for all of his life. And so when his mother wasn't there anymore, like, he could feel the drift. He started to act out more. Like, literally he did. He started to get into more trouble. Like, the manners was like all the way up here, because it was bad. I was like, how's this kid? Like, everyone else as a toddler was fine, but Jimin was just like I don't know what was up with him. But I felt like maybe because he knew that his mother wasn't there, and he knew that something was wrong. And so now that he's a kid, what's it called again? Of course, his father told him that his mother passed away. He didn't tell him how he passed away, but he told him that his mother and father passed away. And so of course it got to him. He's kind of like, he's a by himself type of person. Jimin, he doesn't really like to open up to people. Like, he's cool with Duncan now. They've gone together. Like, he does look up to Duncan as his father, even though he knows that Duncan is not his actual father. He does look up to Duncan as his father, and that's why his manners has gotten up. Like, he's been doing more around the house. He's definitely lessened down the anger and more appeal to himself. And we did try to get him a diary, but he doesn't seem to want to use it, so he ended up giving it to his sister. But more than anything, all he loves to do is he mainly loves to play video games. That's like his way of like zooming into his own reality. So he's definitely a gamer at heart. But when he did become a child, for his birthday, Duncan actually gave him a book. It's not there anymore. I'm pretty sure he put it in here, but a book. Where is it? Here it is. This is a book that his mom made for him long time ago. Like, this was like when Jamin was like a little teeny little baby. His mom made this for him, so when he grew up, she could read it to him, and it's called My Little Star. Oh geez, I'm like feeling emotional. And it says, this child's book by Vivian. Vivian, this is a child's book by Vivian Phillips. To my son, I love you. She wrote this for him like way before, like a long time before. And so this is the one of the books that, even though she sold all her other books, like there's only, I think there's one more in there that they bought back, but even when she was selling all her books, she couldn't sell this one. This one's dedicated to Jimin, and he gave it to her. Duncan gave it to him on his birthday and actually read it to him. It was so emotional for me when he read his mom's book. But yeah, he always has this now, so that's his. And so that's pretty much going on with what's called Jimin, at least, with Vivian, how she passed away sadly. But yeah, he's been taking care of them like solely for so many years now. He's been doing a great job, even though sometimes there's been times where he couldn't even afford the power, where we had to go to the festivals and make money. He has done what he had to do. He didn't want to lessen their childhood, even though he had to struggle. Like, he sometimes didn't get no sleep. Some of the times, like, the thing is, he would hardly ever send them to daycare. He would like take his vacation days and all that, but he worked it back. He worked back his vacation days and all that. But he's been doing crazy good job taking care of all the kids. Like, they're all A students. They're all fed. He's doing a great job, and so I'm pretty sure Vivian would be looking down and be happy with him for like all he's accomplished with them. And so moving on to Duncan now. So that's pretty much him. Dawn is pretty much an open book. She's a journalist. She loves to write. She loves to write her thoughts down. I guess she gets that off of when she was a toddler. She used to watch Vivian write her books and write her thoughts down, and I guess she kind of got it on herself to do that too, and so she's been writing in her diary pretty much every single night. She loves it. She loves doing it. That's definitely her. She's more of a, like I said, these have like more quiet children. I guess the loudest one would have to be Natalie, but for the foremost, they're very quiet. They don't really have too much friends in that friends department. They mostly stick with each other. They know their cousin. Well, this is her friend. It's Jimin's cousin, but she's kind of cool with Naomi Phillips. Like, they're kind of chill, but like I said before, nothing too much when it comes to the friend zone. They haven't really taken upon themselves to make a lot of friends. But they need to go see their grandmother before she passes away. I keep on saying she's gonna do it, but I never get it done. And so that's pretty much Dawn. And then we got Natalie, the youngest, over here. I would say out of all of them, she struggles the most right now when it comes to like empathy. Is it empathy? Yeah, the empathy, she struggles the most. And when it comes to emotional control, like, she's doing okay with it, but she has a lot of anger inside. Like, her dad got her a journal too, and she hasn't used it once yet. She doesn't know how to use it. Like, she's asked her sister about it, but she just doesn't know how to express herself. Like, out of anyone, at least they all have been like touched by their mom, or have been like cuddled, or even remember their mom's face. She doesn't even remember them. She doesn't remember, like, not Dawn. Of course Dawn doesn't know her mom. That's sad. Her mom died when she was just a baby. But when it comes to Jimin, she's kind of jealous of Jimin because Jimin got time to spend with her mom, and that's how she like relates with Dawn a bit more than Jimin, even though they have a better relationship because they're more blood than Dawn is, because they have the same mother, I think. Yeah. So I'd say she's having the most trouble opening up to people and what's it called, and being more empathetic about people's situations. But she's definitely the latter one. She definitely knows more people. Not knows more people, but is more in tune with more people. Like, she goes to the playground more than they do. But that's pretty much her. There's nothing too much going on with her yet. She just turned into a child, so I haven't really delved into her storyline, her backstory yet. So we'll see what happens to her. You'll see more about them in the next update. And then we're gonna go on to Mr. Father of the Year, Landon. Yes, guys, you're like, what? He's with another? What? She has a spouse? Yeah, guys. So this is what happened. So he has been on the scene for a little bit, here and there. So he has a few romantic interests. He was with this girl over here, Adrian. They've been friends for a while, and they kind of took it to the next relationship. Like, they had a high bar, but then they were sleeping around with each other, and then she ended up like she didn't know what she was doing with her life, and so she didn't like her marriage, and then she got pregnant by her spouse, and so by Tristan, who's actually her like. Okay, this is how messed up it is. Even though, okay, so they were sleeping together, and he knew that she was with Tristan, right? But the thing is, he didn't know that Tristan Phillips is actually his brother-in-law. If he would have gotten married to Vivian, Tristan Phillips would have been his brother-in-law. So he's pretty much sleeping with his could have been brother-in-law's wife. Yeah, it wasn't that good. So they did that for a little bit, and then they broke it off because she got pregnant, and she decided that she wants to give her family life a go. And so she's like, no, he's like, you know what, I don't want the drama with me, I'll let it go. And so that was good. And then he just focused on being a father for a little bit. And then the one night, and then I think a few nights ago, he decided to go out to a bar, and then he met the bartender Kea. And if you don't know who Kea is, she is from my what's it called again? She's from my Big Sister challenge that popped her into my game because, you know, she's gorgeous. And so I was gonna have them together, but you know, we went to the bar. So what happened was we went to the bar, and then it was like a flirty bar too. And so we went in there flirty, and then Kara was the bartender, and all was good. So we started flirting with Kara, and then out of nowhere, Shelby starts flirting with us. Like literally, she just started flirting with us. Like I don't even know where it came from. There was like 2 other guys in the room, but she came to us and started flirting with us. And so it got very romantically flirty. And so, you know, they started flirting back and forth, and then he stopped flirting with Kea because she had to go. So we started flirting with her, and then one thing led to another, and then, you know, we kissed her that night. And so we didn't know that she had a husband until the awkward moment of her husband walked into the bar, and then she went over and kissed her husband, and it got him pissed. But he was like, oh crap, she's married. She has a boyfriend or something. And then what happened was she went home, and she's like, you know, she has a boyfriend, that's fine, I can steal her from him, no problem there. And so he called her over one night, and she's like, yo, come over, babe. And she's like, I can't, I got work in the morning, like I'm home right now, and he's here. He's like, just come over. And so he came over, and you know, they hit that woohoo upstairs until like 3 in the morning. They woohooed twice, and don't worry, I don't know if she's pregnant or not. I haven't checked. I haven't called her back over since then, to be completely honest. He's just been so busy with work. But anyways, he called her over, and they woohooed, and after she broke it to him that she's married, she has a spouse, and that the guy she saw was her husband. But again, she doesn't really know she loves him anymore. They've been married for so long, and he doesn't want kids. Like the husband doesn't want kids, but she wants kids, and it's just a bad situation. And so he's like, he doesn't care. Like honestly, he doesn't care. Like he will never like someone as much as he liked Vivian and his wife, and he doesn't want to like do that anymore. Like his wife, he liked his wife, she died. He liked Vivian, she died. He doesn't want to like open up to a girl that way anymore, and then knowing that she passed away, like it's kind of like he thinks it's kind of like a curse. So right now he's just playing with her. You can say it's rude, but it's honestly true. He's just playing with her. He's having fun with her. He's inviting over, like she's coming over tonight because they're going to school and he has the day off. So she's coming over tonight definitely. And yeah, so it's nothing, I won't say too serious, but it's there, and I have no clue if she's pregnant or not. We'll see in the next part if she is or not, but that'd be a sick situation since she is married. But I think that is pretty much it for the update. And if you guys are wondering what this house, I pretty much did a speed build on it in it's on my channel. I'll link it in the description down below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I know it was kind of messy and all over the place, but at least I got it done. I want to do this now because I feel like a lot's going to change once they become teenagers, and I might not have time to like, I want you guys to see the development, not just like huge jumps in the story. So anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course leave a comment down below what you guys think. Of course, guys, I take your guys' opinions to heart, and I love to know what you guys think could happen to like the kids and all that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side as always. Y'all know it. Deuces. Have a Gucci day, my brethrens. Have a Gucci day, dudes. Later. Bye. Peace. Hey, YOLO. Dab. I still dab. What is this? I still dab. Come on, get a life. Later, guys.